Hey, welcome to HR Happy Hour Work Break. I am Trish McFarland. I am joined here with you, Steve Bose. How's it going, Steve?
It's great, Trish. How are you? How was your weekend?
It was great. We can talk about that in a minute, but you said, how are you? So I was laughing. I'm like, we're going live because the real behind the scenes story of this sort of thing is like we jump on here, right? And however we are. I kept saying, like, I feel like I've got like a hair in front of my face. And I'm going like this asking you, I was going to say, does this ever happen to you, Steve? Do you ever have like a hair hanging down?
That's why I go clean and mean. I can't. Actually, this is also a choice, a conscious choice. You know what it is, the real reason, Trish?
Why is that?
More speed in the pool. I mean, just as I'm cutting through the...
Oh, you're aerodynamic. I love it.
All right, that's it.
Hey, we've got Francisco saying hey. Hi, everybody. I see a lot of people out there. So,
well, yeah, it's good to be back. So, Trish, we have to talk about the weekend, but you took a day off on Friday, and so I got our friend Madeline to step in, and she was great to join me on the work break, and we had fun doing that.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so obviously I love doing this with you. We've been doing this for years. No, I love watching. So when I got home, I went on a float trip, which was amazing, out in nature with my sister and all of our kids. And you know what? Look, there is no normal right now. We know that. But I will say this. If anyone can actually step away from work, get out in nature, way far away from civilization. It was a float trip. Do you all take float trips there? Is that a thing or is that a Midwest thing?
I feel like I hardly understand where I live right now because I mean, I know where I live, but I don't know. They probably
Everyone hit us up in the comments if you take float trips, if you know.
There is a thing that we actually were going to attempt to have an event at, which we couldn't do for various reasons, but there's the National Whitewater Rafting Center.
I know.
For rafting, and that's near me. And in addition to the rafting, they've got a lot of other cool activities like rock climbing and mountain biking and beer. So that's fun too. That's a good activity. And so yeah, I don't know. I'll have to see if it's open.
Float trip, tiny bit less work. So raft or canoe or kayak even, but we went raft. We went 8-man raft for 6 people, 6 adult size people. And you can bring, we had a cooler, you can bring lunch, we didn't go beer. We went with guavaritas for my sister and I. That was really nice. No, but you can paddle, but really the idea is to float down the river. And it was like a 6-mile float. So it was actually really fun. But when you first get there, you have to ride like a school bus up river where you're going to be dropped off.
Right.
So it was interesting. They actually were observing social distancing and they had masks and everything. So even though we were out in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of Missouri, and it felt safe. They have very few cases there. So again, trying to get out a little bit and just keep it safe and, the kids. So it was good. It was actually.
So speaking of beverages, you mentioned I want to just shout out my new favorite summertime beverage. It's really hot here now. This is the San Pellegrino. This one is Limonata. I've been totally on these San Pellegrino sparkling drinks lately. The orange ones and the lemon ones. High recommendation from me. Not sponsored, not yet anyway, but shouting them out.
You know what? I haven't bought those in a while. I'm on a total coconut water kick of any kind. Like I love coconut water, so I'm drinking that constantly. But I love the what you're drinking. We used to always buy by the case actually through Amazon. I think it was through the pantry, right? Amazon pantry. The blood orange.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Really good.
That's my next one, I think. And since we're talking about food and ordering stuff. So you remember a few weeks ago, there was news in certain parts of the country, certainly due to the pandemic and a lot of closures of facilities, like meat shortages here or there. Francisco, I'm going to talk about the shirt in a second. So I got on the waiting list for one of those meat mail order services. The one I signed up for is called Butcher Box.
Okay.
And so every 6 weeks you get a package full of meat, but it was a long waiting list. So it's taking me like a month to get off the waiting list. So I was just able to order it this morning. My first box will come, I think, later this week. And
good.
hopefully that'll work out because I'm still doing a ton of cooking, a lot of grilling. I'm on that grill pretty much every night, or at least certainly every weekend night. Getting very, very good.
What you like about it, or if you don't, because that's something I've kind of been curious about and I haven't tried. We've tried several. We've tried, I think, I'm not even going to name them all. But the one we stuck with is HelloFresh. We actually really like that one. The kids and I do. So we use that one quite a bit, and we like that one. And of course, I'm wine club member of several wineries.
Wow, good for you.
Yeah,
that's nice.
I will always have HelloFresh and wine. So.
Hey, that's it. I'm going to have meat and lemon soda. But the shirt, I will mention, I did put it on. Trish acts like we just jump on. I think about my wardrobe because I'm still attempting. And I'm going to forget, honestly, because we've done a lot of these. I'm trying to wear a different shirt for everyone. I've not repeated a shirt yet. If you can look back if you want to. If you're really, really bored and you want to look back through however many of these there are, I am wearing a different shirt every time. This one is my Liverpool Champions League 2005-2006 season jersey, which I love. Dirk Kuyt was the Liverpool player. If you can see the back, I'm not going to turn around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got caught up in one of those replica soccer shirt abysses on this website a few months ago, and it was all I could do just to buy the one shirt.
So that's a new shirt. That's not a 2006 shirt.
No, it's from back then. It's not a replica. I mean, it's
that's the real one.
It's not the one he wore playing the game, but it's the real one that they sold in 2006 if you were a fan buying.
But you didn't buy it in 2006.
No, I just bought it, I don't know, a few months ago.
Okay. All right.
So,
it's weird. So obviously we didn't plan on what we were going to talk about here. So I just heard.
You can't tell? I'm talking about my shirt.
No, you'll like this though. It reminded me of something I read this morning, which made me very happy. I don't know if anybody else out there is a Big Brother fan.
I know where you're going. Go.
They say that they are going to bring back the celebrity, Big Brother, not celebrity, like All-Stars. Are celebrities, right? For those of us like the show. Do you realize that the only time they've ever done that was 2006? Do you remember who won? Do you remember who won?
All right, you give me a second on this because I think I probably will remember. If it's 2006, you're talking really, really old school Big Brother because it probably didn't start much before that. So they probably did a fairly quick all-star turnaround.
It had been a few seasons. It had been quite a few.
Dr. Will, the famous Dr. Will. That's
you are so close. It's Mike Boogie. Mike Boogie won that year.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do remember that. I do remember that.
I love
Big Brother is a great show because it just churns up all this kind of volume in the summertime for CBS, right?
Chilltown t-shirts. Can we have something made?
We could get that. We can make that happen.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. I wonder if
I feel like
someone like that would come back. I wonder if he'd come back,
I don't know, but whatever. They're in talks with. So for anybody out there that's concerned about Love Island and Big Brother, they're all in talks. Obviously, they would be quarantined. So anyway, you know what? Because there's nothing else on in summer, and I am anxious for some reality TV. What I've been watching right now, though, is actually a really good show on Netflix called Imposters. There's only 2 seasons. I think it was originally on Bravo, which I don't have, but that one's been pretty good. So I don't know.
Yeah, I've been a little tuned out lately. I don't know what I've been doing. Cooking mostly, I guess, because I've not come up with anything new to kind of watch. I mean, in a good way, it's good and bad. I have this weird relationship with sports because I love sports. I'm a big NBA guy. Premier League's coming back soon. NBA's coming back soon.
Right.
But I'm thinking oh man, that's going to churn up so much of my time and attention, right? Watching all these dumb games again. But then I watch them so much and I love them. It's like, I wish. I got to figure out that balance.
Other things, though, I've heard of people watching, cornhole competitions and.
Oh, speaking of that, not cornhole, but I was thinking of you guys. I was thinking of you and Carly. It was too late. I didn't want to message you or anything, but I watched this bowling thing on TV.
TBA, buddy, that's it.
But did you see that they had a different thing? It wasn't just a games. It was each guy got 2 minutes. and had to throw as many strikes as possible, like on 3 different lanes.
They
And
do.
so,
It's kind of like a home run derby, but for bowling.
yeah, I'd never seen that before. It was wild.
Let me tell you what. So anybody out there either listening live or watching later, definitely check out what the PBA is putting on. You can find it on ESPN and ESPN2 usually. And it's so interesting. There is so much strategy to bowling. And obviously, you know, my daughter does it, so I'm learning a ton. She's actually at the bowling alley right now as we speak, honing her craft to help get her into college. But no, it's a great sport. It's actually really interesting. It's not just about, you know, we went the first time I took her bowling about a week or so ago. One of their friends went, and you know, we were talking about the different cores inside of each ball. It's very different, and there are different balls for every type of situation, right? And that's why if you actually are a bowler, you know, Carly has I think 6 or 7 balls at this point.
Wow.
That she uses for different lane conditions and oil conditions and whatnot. And there's a lot of, they also take theory classes on like the physics behind it. So, you know, understanding what the oil pattern is, it's different every time, where that ball is going to break, what the core is like. It's really complex. It's actually quite a bit of math and a lot of physics if you're actually, you know, trying.
All right. That sounds awfully hard. I think I'm more interested in the floating down the river bit. I don't feel like there was a lot of math or physics involved in any of that.
All right. Sorry to bore you with my bowling story.
Oh, it's not boring. It's just, it's mentally hard. I've watched some of it.
David, I told you, we're not talking about work. I'm on a work break.
And yeah, there's even analytics and just a whole, like it's weird how so many of the sports, and now including bowling too, have adopted all these analytical approaches to try to improve performance. So that's pretty consistent. Although it works better, I think, in some sports than others. But it's really interesting. Yeah, and it was fun. I watched it for a while last night because I'd never seen a tournament like that where the whole object is just throw a strike as quickly as you can. And I think the guy who won threw like 14 strikes in 2 minutes, which is incredible. Like 14 out of maybe shot the ball 18 times or something like that in 2 minutes ago.
And you can bet that he was not bowling on an oil pattern that you would find, like if you and I were go to the bowling alley on a Friday night, you know, to bowl a game.
Oil pattern, they were barely even, he was just picking up the ball and hurling it. He was barely even looking at the pins. And in fact, after he threw the ball, you know how you stand there and you watch the ball go down the lane? Yeah. They didn't turn, they just turned and ran to get the next ball. They didn't even watch the shot.
You know what? Because they know, they can tell by the way it feels and the way it sounds. Think about it. It's muscle memory, no different than anything else you do, right? Yeah. Whether you're a hitter, whatever sport you're playing, your body just has muscle memory. I will say this, even at the high school level, even a couple people who had been doing it a while at the junior high level, they knew when they were going to get a strike. Carly already knows before it ever gets down there if it's going to be it or not, you know? Nice. Well, and once you're there and you're listening, I'm not a bowler at all, but I can sit there if I can't see, because sometimes it's really hard. There's so many people there. You can hear it. You can hear that strike versus, you know, something different.
Well, it's kind of like basketball, which is the sport I played the most, you know, in my life. Like you can kind of tell most of the time when you shoot the ball, you know if it's going to go in or not.
That's
most
right.
Of the time. Same thing. Yeah, before it happens.
Yeah. So, well, interesting conversation today. We've covered a lot of.
This was a work break. I did have some work notes, but that's fine. Actually, I didn't. I had nothing.
I think you say that every time.
I was intending to talk about my shirt and my soda. That was it. That was kind of all I had in the bag for this one. So.
Francisco says he still plays basketball too.
Yeah, I might go play. Actually, it's kind of the end of the day here. I might go play this afternoon.
I'll tell you what, if we can ever get back to Spain for some, you know, work events, maybe.
You know, I'm having a call with a guy from Barcelona. I forget what day.
Coming up?
Yeah, this week.
Good. Good.
So an HR tech guy from Barcelona. Apparently.
Awesome. Well, good. Well, thanks everyone for listening in. I think I'm going to cut out of here because I still have work to do, but guess where I'm working the remainder of the day? I am going over to a lake where my son, he asked me to go fishing with him.
Wow.
He knows I'm not going to like fish with him, but he asked me if I'd come and just sit with him as he fishes.
That sounds fine and dandy.
So, hey, I think anytime you have a teenager ask you to come spend time with them, I'm in. So actually I have a lot of writing to do, and I've already got sort of my notebook and a colorful pen, and I'm going to go sit by a lake with my kid and just quietly watch him fish while I write.
Cool. Well, have fun.
So, all right. Everyone else have a great rest of your day, or if you're seeing this in the morning on a rerun, we appreciate you. We love all the feedback. Keep it coming, all the comments. Hi out there to all our friends, and we will catch you tomorrow.